to be asking Ben a few questions. Basically, be asking him a team that is most likely to either make or miss the postseason. We have 4 of those, and then be reading the back of some baseball cards to Ben, see if he can guess the card or the player. We got some World Series predictions, Rookie of the Year predictions as well. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dugout. We're here with episode 22. Baseball is back, and we're back. So we're going to be talking everything baseball. We have a few new segments for you guys, and my name is Drew. Alongside me is Ben. Ben, how we feeling? About almost 2 weeks in to baseball.
2 weeks. My fantasy team's rolling. Adam Duvall's hurt for the Red Sox, so that's good. The only guy doing anything.
Yeah.
But the Yankees aren't in first, so.
Red Sox had a nice series to begin the year. Scored 9 runs in all of them. And then they got swept by the Pirates.
Yes, sir. But I can't complain because Brian Reynolds put on for me, so.
So he's still leading the league, home runs?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Think he might be. I think to start, we'll do the teams that are most likely to either miss or make. But, yeah. So the first one, Ben. Team that is most likely to make the postseason. Okay. The Blue Jays or the Orioles?
Based on the, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I personally am biased towards the Orioles, but the Blue Jays undoubtedly have a better roster, better rotation. They have MVP candidate in Vlad Jr., George Springer, another really good player there. Bo Bichette as well.
Yeah,
but it just seems to be the case with the Blue Jays every year. They kind of collapse. Something goes wrong. I know a lot of the issue was managerial issues. They obviously changed managers this offseason. Well, actually, during last season, I think, right?
Yeah, late at the end, yeah.
But I don't know. I like the Orioles story this year. I think they're kind of like the new kid in town. They just called up Grayrod. I think D.L. Hall will probably grow into himself a bit, and I think their rotation will even out. I also think, depending on where they're at mid-season, they make some moves during the trade deadline. So I think they're going to. I think they have a good shot at making a wild card spot for sure.
For sure. So we're calling Grayson Grayrod, no G-Rod.
Not G-Rod, bro. Grayrod.
No G-Rod. Yeah.
No.
All right. So yeah, the Orioles seem to be most improved every year, but now we're really seeing it. They got a lot of young talent. First full year of Gunnar, second year of Adley. Adley's off to a great start as well.
He is.
So yeah, and yeah, man, the Blue Jays, they just, I don't know, always seem to almost make it. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure Springer got like injured in the postseason last year. Didn't that happen? Someone ran into him. It might have been Bichette.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got wheeled off the field in that game, and yeah, man, I don't know. I'd say the Blue Jays are similar to the White Sox almost. Like they always get to that point and almost get there. But I think the Blue Jays are a lot more talented. But yeah, Orioles would be my pick. I'd really like to see the Orioles make it. It's been a while. So all right, team that is most likely to miss the postseason: the Mets or the Dodgers?
The Mets, easily the Mets. The Dodgers run their division. The Mets have way too many playoff teams in that division. I mean, we're even looking at the Marlins being a borderline playoff team. They were a borderline playoff team last year till the very end, and I think the Marlins got better this year, especially having Jazz healthy. So yeah, the NL East, I think it's kind of like the AFC West in football. It's if you miss the playoffs in the AFC West, there's a good shot that you're missing the playoffs because the top 2 teams up there are really good, and not because you're a bad team. So I think the Mets are easily the team that's going to miss the playoffs. I think they do miss the playoffs this year. They're off to an awful start this year.
Yep.
After all the money they spent, I think Verlander and Scherzer will slowly figure it out and whatnot, but the Dodgers own the West. The only real competition they have right now is I don't know. What team do you think competes with the Dodgers in the West right now? because the Giants probably not. The Diamondbacks are extremely young, and maybe a couple of years you can see it, but still, I don't think their team's anywhere good enough to compete, even for a wild card spot. Maybe a wild card spot, and the Rockies definitely not either. I think the only real competition there right now would probably be the Diamondbacks. I guess. I mean, that's the only team
Yeah.
I reasonably see being in contention with them.
Yeah, Mets definitely don't have a shot. I feel like the Mets are going to be the Mets. And yeah, like you said, the Dodgers are on that division.
I forgot about the Padres. That's their competition, but
Yeah, I
even
was going to
still, I
say
think
that's where it
I don't
gets
think it's an
tough.
issue for the Dodgers, and I think even at very worst, the Dodgers are second place in the West and have a better record than anyone else for the wild card. So
I don't know. I just can see the Padres heating up, and then we're going to see like another electric postseason. Padres versus Dodgers. I don't know, man. I
I
mean,
would
it
love to
can.
see it. I really would. But I just I don't know. I think do we see Juan Soto get traded this year?
That would be interesting because
I think it depends where the Padres are at. But the interesting thing about this is like how much money they're paying. They after until or I think it's I forget what they said last night in the broadcast. Um, After the 2025 season, they have $1.1 billion of money invested in players.
yeah.
Because they were talking about the Mets and how much money they spent, but after 2025, the Mets have like 900 million or something like that. The Padres are the most expensive team in baseball right now,
Yep.
and they haven't needed to pay Juan Soto yet, which has to happen this offseason. So I think it's pretty interesting to see. I don't know how much room they have to work with. I haven't looked at that. I don't know what their plan is to work with that.
Well, I mean, they were going to throw 400 million at Judge, and I've said this when
Yeah,
Soto first came to the Padres. I mean, they gave up their entire farm system. And they didn't have the greatest. I mean, C.J. Abrams. I think he's going to turn out to be a solid player, but I mean, Mackenzie Gore. I think he's going to be really good. But yeah. I mean, they
I do
gave up
too.
those two guys. They gave up some other guys. Yeah, and I feel like if you trade Soto, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you give away your whole farm system, you get all these other players back in return for Soto. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if they were going to sign Judge, were they going to sign Soto as well? Because Soto's going to want, I don't know. Plus,
Soto is
Otani's going to be a free agent. They might want to just fucking
like,
make a
do you
push for
push
him.
Otani? Do you
Yeah,
recoup and push for Otani? Do you recoup some of your prospects and go for after Otani? But then again, like, what if you lose on an Otani? Like, are you going to set
exactly.
yourself up for that? Um, I'm gonna look at some of the salary numbers here, but like Bogart's massive contract. Um,
Who's the highest
they gave
paid on the Padres right now? Is it him?
Bogarts is the highest
Okay.
adjusted payroll salary right now. He's
But that's probably
ten point
because
three
the
six
A.
percent of their payroll.
Yeah.
Darvish is 10.17. Soto technically is 9.36, but he's on a 2-year 23 mil
Yeah.
arbitration salary.
Musgrove's got a deal too, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah, I
there
mean
for a while.
Machado does too. Not seeing Musgrove on here.
Musgrove's is like a 100 mil deal or something.
He's on the
Something
injury
around
list.
there.
Yeah. 20 mil a year. 8.8% of their payroll.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. Like they just paid Cronenworth too,
Yeah.
like a good
Yeah.
amount of money.
That was
Probably
seven
a lot more
year
than they should have.
it's a 7 year 80 million deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Which like I, it's hard to say because they're reducing their upfront cost by making these really long contracts, especially with like 11 years for Bogarts is
Yeah, that's
wild.
that's insane.
But like Cronenworth too, like Cronenworth's already 29. They signed him to a 7-year deal. They have Darvish for a while, I think too. I mean Machado again just got an 11-year deal. He's 30. So it's hard to say. I don't know. They feel like the Rams maybe
Yeah.
of the MLB. Like they're really going all in, which is fine and all. And obviously it's a lot different for for baseball. You're not losing draft picks like the Rams were and whatnot. There's no salary cap, but they've really gone all in on some older players too, which is a bit concerning. And yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Soto.
I don't know.
He's gonna get a lot of money. He's gonna get offered a lot of money. So it's really gonna come down to, does he chase the money or does he chase staying on a better team for maybe a little bit less, which the Padres will probably have to do based on who they've paid. And I think the Padres would be okay with losing Soto at this point with the current roster state. Like, sure, it would suck to not have Juan Soto, but based off of the star power they already have, that team's probably fine without him.
Yeah.
You can still probably compete with the Dodgers. I don't know. But the Mets are missing the postseason. The Dodgers will not. They're paying Hosmer $12 million this year too. 5% of their payroll.
That sucks. Yeah, I mean, if the Padres sign Judge, though, I'm just trying to think about what their plan. I mean,
they wouldn't have signed Bogarts.
That's probably true. Yeah, and they were trying to get Turner. They were trying to get Trey Turner.
They also, they offered Turner too.
I think they were just trying to get one of the big names. Maybe I don't really know what they were trying to do, because
I think Turner was just a shot in the dark. Because I wouldn't say a shot in the dark, but the thing with Turner was he didn't want to play on the West Coast, and I think everyone knew that.
Yeah,
so they kind of just tried. They just threw a big offer in to try and lure him, and obviously they didn't get it. And then kind of the last big option there was Bogarts, which, I mean, first of all, they didn't really need a shortstop, but they went after one. And I think that's why, I don't want to say they panicked, but they topped a pretty high Red Sox offer as it was by a lot, especially years-wise. So I think that's what it really came down to. So they probably could have paid a shortstop and Judge.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be honest, just trade Soto. Just trade Soto and get like a haul of younger players back, because their youngest is Soto's probably their youngest star, right? Like, I don't know who the youngest on that team is. But
Tatis and him are both 24.
Tatis, yeah. But I mean, dude, yeah, that's tough. I think you keep Tatis because he's sort of became that like San Diego icon. You think of the Padres.
But at the same time, like a lot of the San Diego fans are kind of over his issues, and I think the locker room felt very betrayed last year when that happened, when it came out too.
There's the clip of him and Machado fighting in the dugout. I don't know what year this was. I think it was
a while ago. That I think that got all put to rest. But yeah, like if I had to choose between one, I would choose Soto for a variety of reasons. Tatis hurt every year, especially with injuries that linger. It's wrist injuries, it's back injuries, it's just chronic type injuries that really, like, I mean, to no fault of his own, come from being an explosive player. Like, that's just, we see a lot of the most gifted athletes get hurt because their body can't handle some of the things they can do, which is, probably the case with Tatis. And then it's very obvious what happened with the PEDs last year. He wasn't healing correctly. He was getting really sick of missing games because he had missed so many games. Took some PEDs to help him heal a little faster, and got busted for it. I mean, it's very, very obvious. I don't think anyone really bought the whole haircut thing. That was a load of BS. So, if I had to bet on
Tatis is like a lot similar to like Correa, like these two like controversial players. People have a few problems with them. I don't know. Both are really talented. Tatis not a shortstop anymore, obviously, but
yeah, I just have an issue with Tatis as being my franchise player. It's just not someone I would want to bank on for the next 10 plus years over someone like Soto. Like, sure, Soto's not going to steal you 30 bags a year, but he gets on base like nobody else. He's like third in OPS through age 23. In front of Ted Williams and stuff like that. Like, when you talk about like pure hitters and just offensive players, like that's Juan Soto. Then once he ages out of playing the outfield, he's going to be a DH and rake for God knows how long. He's just that type of player. He's not going to hit 40 homers. I mean, he could. He has the potential to. But I think, just intangible wise at the plate, he has things that Tatis doesn't. And the things that Tatis has aren't things that Soto can't do. It's just not really his MO. So, Yeah, I mean,
I'm
if I'm
surprised.
the Padres, I'm sticking with Soto. If I was the Padres, I would have traded Tatis a long time ago. That would have been. I think I would be over with Tatis. I think maybe their move this year is let Tatis play for a couple months because he comes back next week, right?
Something like
Let
that, yeah.
Tatis play for a couple months and deal him. I mean, that definitely could be up there because it's
It's
how
too
long are you
many
going to put up
names.
with how long are you going to put up with the amount of the amount of games you get out of him per year?
Yeah.
Like they got him on a pretty bargain deal because they signed him young, but the guy's playing half a season every year at this point, and he missed the
Yeah.
entire last year. So yeah, I don't know.
I think I think this is his like last ordeal with the team. Like I think they ride with him the rest of this year, and I think they'll see where he is at the beginning of next season. I mean, that's really all you can say. If he plays all of next season, then I don't know. I guess he's back, but
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
very true.
Team that is most likely to make the postseason: the White Sox or the Guardians?
The Guardians. Again, like last year, the Guardians were a game away from the ALCS against a very talented Yankees team. I mean, the Guardians probably had a third of their payroll. Very young team. Very very good pitching staff. Very bright pitching staff. One of the best closers, if not the best closer in baseball, in Emmanuel Clase, is a 1.45 ERA since entering the league. Definitely
Yeah.
a guy not talked about nearly enough.
No.
Top 10 hitter in baseball in Jose Ramirez. They have one of the best defensive outfields in baseball by a country mile. I think it was all three of them won Gold Gloves last year, or is it two? I know Straw and Kwan did, right?
I don't know. Did Straw win a Gold Glove?
I don't know, but he had the
Because
most
Straw's I
he
hate
had the
that dude.
most
He's not
outs
going to win
above
anything
average and
else.
whatnot. So very good defensive team, and then offensively as well. Like they're not a big power team, but they get the job done. Kwan again just on the tear. He was on last year. Started off really hot. They got Oscar Gonzalez and I think they got probably a couple more prospects coming up this year that will land up with them. But
Just making him even more younger. Youngest team in
exactly,
baseball.
yeah, it's the youngest
So
team in baseball. I mean,
very exciting
yeah,
for
like
sure.
like Espino probably makes it this year. Yeah, they got Espino making it this year.
Is that their top?
Yeah, Bo Naylor will probably come back up as well.
Forgot
George
about him.
Valera
Yeah.
also projected to make it up to the big leagues this year. All of their players are their top 9 prospects are ETA'd for 2023, which is just wild.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
it's a good place to be in.
yeah, yeah, wow, that is. I mean, they got Gavin Williams, 6'6", 250, big tall righty. I mean, dude, this team is going to be really good for a long time.
Yeah.
They're they're really. It looks like they're going to hit their stride this year. I don't think they should have any issues winning that division again. As much as I do like the Twins, I think the Twins are a very good team. I just think that the pedigree that the Guardians have had the past few years, as well as their manager, I think more experience and things like that. So
Yeah, I'd say he's probably be honest, he's probably my favorite manager in the game.
yeah,
Terry
he's up there for
Francona.
sure. I mean, everywhere he's went, he's succeeded. So, and everywhere he's went, he's taken bad teams and kind of
Yeah.
rebuilt them and had a hand in that. So,
As far as the White Sox though, what's your problem there with them?
I don't know if I have a real problem. I think it's just based the trend the White Sox have every year, and
Yeah.
that's just not ever doing anything and living up to the guys they have. I mean, I love Tim Reynolds or not Tim Reynolds, Tim Anderson. You know, one of the best shortstop in baseball. They got a pretty solid staff with Cease and Giolito and whatnot. One of the better closers in Hendricks. Hendricks is missing some time though, I believe.
Think he's coming back. Think he
Yeah, he's coming back at some point. I just can't remember when. I don't know. Maybe it's the White Sox here. I think it. I don't think they could compete for a wild card between the two top teams, the Twins and the Guardians. Because even if one of the Twins or the Guardians have a bad year, and let's say the White Sox end up second, and one of those two teams wins the division, I don't think they're going to compete with any of the East teams or even a West team to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Like I said, like 2 seconds ago, White Sox always get to that level. They just never seem to get
Yeah.
past it. And I mean, it's to the point, like, I don't know too many White Sox prospects. I mean, do they have any bigger name prospects? Because at this point, like, they're
They were
making, like, they
kind of
made
like
the,
I think like they were the team a couple years ago that had guys make it up, and they kind of didn't really do anything. Like Gavin
yeah.
Sheets, Berger, Andrew Vaughn, like those guys didn't really pan out the
Andrew
way they
Vaughn's
really
probably
wanted
the
them
most
to.
successful out of any of them that
Yeah,
we just mentioned,
their
but
top prospects, Colson Montgomery's in high A right now, ETA at 2024. The Oscar Colas guy, I do know about him. Yeah, he's ETA he's up there with them right now. I don't think he's done too much with them. But
yeah,
yeah,
I don't
most of
know.
their ETAs are farther down the road. Cespedes' little brother, I think it's his little brother, Yoelki Cespedes. He
Yeah.
might make it up this year, but yeah, I don't know.
They got to do something because I don't know. They
Yeah,
made what they got Mike Clevenger recently. Was that their only
off
pickup?
season acquisition. I mean,
And
they
what, a
retained
couple years
Benintendi,
ago
obviously.
they could have tried and kept Rodon. I don't know what
They
happened
got
there.
uh,
Was
they
he
got
just a
Elvis
free
Andrews.
agent?
Eloy Jimenez seems to be injured every single year.
Yeah, yeah. That's like the
Crochet
probably
as
one of
well,
the
another guy always injured. Yeah, I mean,
Eloy might be
besides
one of
that,
the like biggest disappointments so far.
yeah, because when that guy plays, he's one of the
Yeah,
better hitters in baseball. But
it's
he,
insane.
he really just never plays, so it's a shame. Yeah, they got Diekman at the trade deadline last year from the Red Sox. They picked up Elvis Andrews this year. I mean, it's such a blah move,
Yeah, they.
and yeah, Mike Clevenger as well, who really hasn't been good since he's left Cleveland. So
I don't know. I think they were
um,
really focusing on getting LaRusse out of there. Like I think that's what they
I think
wanted
they
to.
did. I think they have a new manager this year.
No, yeah, they
So
do, but I think
hopefully,
that's what they were really wanting to focus on
oh yeah,
before
100%.
doing
I mean,
anything. Because
I think he screwed up that locker room beyond belief. Made some very bad managerial decisions as well. So I think that will certainly help. But
yeah,
it's just a shame because they really do have a great roster between they have Moncada, Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, Andrew Benintendi. Then like pitching wise, you have
oh,
Cease,
Andrew
Giolito,
Benintendi.
Lance Lynn, Kendall Graveman, Aaron Bummer. Like they have talent. They have a good team, but it just never really goes anywhere, and it's a
Yeah.
shame.
All right, here's our last one. Team that is most likely to miss the postseason: the Boston Red Sox or the New York Yankees.
The Boston Red Sox, as much as it hurts me to say, but it's pretty obvious. Um, we looked better than probably I thought we would at the start of the season. But granted, it's the start of the season of a 162 game season. The offense will play well this year, no doubt
Yeah, the
about it.
offense is it's really solid.
We're scoring a lot, but pitching
Giving up a
wise,
lot.
can't pitch. Defensively, 6 errors in the past 2 games. Guys all over the field, not in their position. Kike is
Yeah.
terrible at shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
He made 2 errors yesterday and then an error the day before because he's just not a shortstop. Like the guy makes plays, but he throws the ball away because he doesn't know how to throw the ball at shortstop. Devers, obviously one of the best players on the planet, not a great glove. Masa Yoshida wasn't ever known for his glove. He's kind of feeling
Yeah.
it out. He's fine. Nothing special though. Whoever we throw at second base, not great until we get Story back. Story obviously a Gold Glove caliber, middle infielder. Reese McGuire is probably the worst defensive catcher in baseball. The Orioles stole 10 times on him in 2 games. It's just not great on the defensive side of the ball. Can't pitch, can't field, can only hit, and that's just it's not conducive to winning. And you know the days the offense hasn't showed up, the pitching's actually ended up pitching pretty well. But when the offense shows up, the pitching it's it's not good, and it's just hard to keep up with teams when you're allowing 5+ runs a game. So
Yeah.
They're going to miss the playoffs.
When's
Wouldn't
Story
surprise me
come
if the
back?
Yankees missed Story. I think
Okay.
May or June, something like that. It was like 6 months from January or like late December, whenever that happened. I can't remember
I just
exactly
remember
when.
last year he had that moment. He was heating up for like that period of time. I don't know when it was. It might have been like
Yeah,
during the
yeah.
summer,
It was
but
in the middle. It was sometime in the summer. I mean, he played incredible defense last year. His bat wasn't always there
yeah, he's a great
last year,
player.
but his defensive number, he was probably going to win the Gold Glove if he had stayed healthy. It would have either been him or Jimenez. They were both having great years, but Story was playing incredible defense and unfortunately got hurt. And we
Yeah.
gotta see how well his arm looks when he gets back too. That will be definitely a big question, but hopefully it's not too much of an issue at second.
Well, there you guys have that. That's a newer segment that we were trying out. We might plug in some different teams. We'll see what we can do. All right, so we're gonna move on to another new segment that we have never done on this podcast. I collect baseball cards, so I pulled a few out here. I'm gonna be reading the back of them to Ben. See if you can guess the player. So should be
Sure.
fun. I actually have. Do you know what the Tops Now cards are, Ben?
I do. I was just grinding some Tops Now cards in the show actually.
Yeah, so like you can't really read the back of these. It's more of like a moment during the season. So
Okay, so you're gonna read me
um,
what they did.
yeah, I'll just think of some things. We'll start out with this one. Okay. Um, this player, I'd say he's been in the majors. He's seen the majors a few times. Always gets sent back down.
Okay.
Yankees prospect, and they've been
Okay.
waiting on him for years. Like I said, he's seen Major League Baseball. He's been up. See what the back of the card says. He overcame multiple injuries during his minor league climb to reach the show at age 22. And just real quick, this card was this is his rookie card, his MLB
Okay.
rookie card. So this was
All right.
2020. Um, right here it says the Yankees are eager to get a longer look at his 5 tools.
His 5 tools.
Here's a quote from Aaron Boone himself. We think he's got a chance to be a special player. There's no question that his ceiling remains incredibly high. His year in the majors, he didn't even play a full year, but he had 3 at-bats. This is what this card says. He had 3 at-bats, 1 hit, and a 333 average. You definitely know this guy. He's been around forever. Like, he's just been a Yankees prospect that's been around forever. He's played in Major League Baseball games. He's probably played the Red Sox. Yeah, and they've been waiting on him. I guess I can say
Maybe
right now they released him like literally a couple weeks ago. And now he's back with the team.
they released him.
They released him. When the whole outfield thing was going on, they brought him and then what was the other dude's name? Rafael Ortega. They brought those 2 players to the Bronx, and one of them was going to either like make the team or get released.
So he got released.
He did, but now I'm gonna try and find it. He's back
Well,
with the
did they
team.
DFA him and then pick him back up because he went
Might have been
unclaimed?
something like that. Something like that.
Is
Or
it Florio?
no teams wanted him, so I think, yeah,
Is it Florio?
it is correct. Esteban
Okay. All
Florio.
right. That
There's a
whole
card for
release
you
thing.
guys.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
release thing that's
I said it
what
wrong, but
gave it away.
yeah, this card literally just came in, so I thought I'd throw it in. Bought it at a kind of bad time, but
Worthless now.
kind of, yeah. All right, this is a
Just about.
Tops Now card. This one's gonna be tough. Let me see what I can do here.
Okay. Give me a year.
It is from 2019 when he signed a deal with a team. He's a pitcher,
Okay.
and yeah, signed with this team in 2019. After Reese, the team he was on before was at the time it was really, what's the word? Like, not a lot of people liked the team. A lot of weird stuff happening behind the team. He's a starting pitcher.
Weird stuff happening behind the team.
Yeah. Still goes to this day. A lot of people, I don't really like the team either. But this was a huge deal that he signed with his new team that he is currently on still. He's a right-handed pitcher, starting pitcher. This deal's huge. It's like $300 million.
So you don't like the Astros?
I do not like the Astros.
The Astros had a lot of stuff go on.
Yeah.
He's still on the Astros?
No. He's signed a deal in 2019 with this new team that he is still currently on for like
But he
$300
was on the
something million.
Astros. He was on the Astros before.
Yeah. You haven't gotten this yet?
It's Garrett Cole.
It is Garrett Cole.
Okay. There we go.
It's probably my favorite card that I have. In the back. Yankee fan today, tomorrow, forever.
Cy Young winner? Never.
I'll see something. All right, this card's kind of random, but I wanted to throw it in here. These two players are on the same team, and they both of their fathers played in the MLB. I'm just going to see if you can kind of like guess one of the players on this card. It's two of them,
So the two players are Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Kevin Biggio.
Incorrect, but I'll kind of give it to you. It's
What?
Biggio and Bo Bichette.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like father, like son, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about Bo.
Yeah. I don't really know what this card's even about.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a quick one. There you go. Okay. This one's going to be tough. This is a Topps Now World Baseball Classic card. Just going to see if you can guess the player.
From this year?
Yeah, this year. I just got this card in 2 days ago.
Gleyber Torres.
Incorrect. Try and like this player struck out a pretty well-known MLB player.
A well-known MLB player. And he's not a well-known MLB player.
I mean, he is. Both of them. It was a pretty this pretty big moment in the World Baseball Classic.
Uh-huh.
Can you guess the player?
It's kind of like the matchup of the century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was tough to
Yep. There it is. Pretty cool card.
pretty dope card, yeah. There wasn't a lot of them printed, so let's see. All right. Last card here. It's not like a base rookie card, but it is a rookie card from 2019. So he was a rookie in 2018. Originally a prospect on the White Sox. No longer with them. Plays with a different team in the MLB.
Ooh.
Yeah, so here on the card, his minor league batting records are here. And I can tell you, in 2016 he was playing, or 2017 he was playing for Fort Wayne minor league. 2016 Tri-City. I can't say this other one because it's just going to give it away. Team that he's on now. There's something on the card right here. It says Dateline March 28th, 2019. Youngest ever blank opening day starter. April 14th, 2019. 5th home run in 17th MLB game.
5th home run in the 17th MLB game?
In his 17th MLB game. I don't really know why that's on there, but equaled the fourth most home run. Hold on. Equaled the fourth most home runs, 14, prior to the MLB All-Star game ever by a 20-year-old. We were just talking about him like for a good solid amount of time earlier, too. Kind of controversial now.
He's controversial now?
Little bit. Kind of mentioned that yourself.
I did?
Yeah, you did. The fans of the team that he's on currently kind of getting upset of what he's been doing recently.
So he's not on the White Sox?
Quite a bit. No, he's not. He was injured quite a bit. Haven't really seen a full healthy year We
What
probably
what
have.
year is this card from?
This is a 2018 or 20. The card's from 2019, but he was a rookie in 2018
Rookie in the bigs in 2018.
in the bigs. The team at the time this year, I think it was the last year that they were using these jerseys. They moved to the a new color. The
So he's,
jerseys that they use now, there's a one. The one they use has pinstripes. It's not the Yankees. It is not the Cubs. It is not. Who else has pinstripes? It's not those two teams that I just mentioned.
are you implying he's on the Marlins?
It's not the Marlins. West
Oh
Coast
my
team.
god.
West Coast
Okay,
team.
okay. So this is it's a rookie card or a prospect card?
It's a rookie card. It's not like a base rookie card. Like it's not his original rookie card, but it's the same
But he
thing.
was on the White Sox.
He was a
As
prospect on the
in,
White Sox. I don't think he played a game. He didn't play a major league game with the White Sox. I think the trade was the trade involved what's his name? Maybe not.
the only guy I
Yeah,
can
no.
think of there. So I have a name in my head, but like the issue here is the home runs aren't adding up for me because he's not really a home run hitter. But the pinstripes also leads me to believe that the team is no, because you said West Coast.
Hold on, let me figure out the trade.
You said West Coast, and that team isn't in the West Coast.
What were you just thinking of?
Madrigal,
No.
because pinstripes not on the team, but yeah, the West Coast doesn't line up.
Yeah, so the Chicago White Sox. Oh, okay. So they actually signed him as a non-drafted free agent. This team that he's on now.
Oh! The team is the Padres,
It is.
and the player is Tatis.
I did not even know that. I thought that was a trade.
Yeah. Oh my God. I thought you were saying that he was a White Sox prospect that year.
Oh
Not
no, no.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
There we go.
There's all the cards. How many did you get? I think you basically got all of them.
I
I'll
got
give you all.
Florio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you guys have that. It's a pretty fun segment that we're gonna be trying out. Got a ton of cards, so can always show Ben a bunch of them. I think we're gonna save one of these topics for next episode. But what do you want to do, Ben? Do you want to do World Series predictions or Rookie of the Year? I think we should do Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we got a taste of some of the younger prospects that got called up this year so far. Got people like Volpe, Walker, Gray Rod's up now. Has
Yeah.
he started yet? Has he pitched yet?
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
check
know.
while you
We got
spit
Miguel
out your-
Vargas over there on the Dodgers. I'm not sure if we talked about this a couple days ago, but we don't know if Oswaldo Cabrera can qualify for that. And he got called up in August, so I don't know how that works, but of last year. But Oswald Peraza maybe, but he's probably not gonna be playing.
Gray Rod started one game, 5 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3.6 ERA.
There you go.
No wins, no losses. So decent.
First look at the majors. Am I missing anyone? Vargas. Yeah, whatever. Probably missed a few, but who do we have in the AL, Ben?
Gunnar Henderson,
Gunnar Henderson.
Tristan Casas,
Yep.
Anthony
Tristan has no
Volpe,
shot.
Anthony Volpe,
Yeah.
Masa Yoshida, Gray Rod, obviously, Josh Young, I don't know, Logan O'Hoppe,
Yeah.
that dude on the Astros, Corey Julks, another dude they just randomly called up, nasty.
Of course. Figures.
That the pitcher from Japan on the A's who allowed 11
yeah.
runs the other day.
Wait,
Bo
he
Naylor,
allowed 11 runs?
Yeah, in 1 inning.
Oh, my God.
Well, they scored 11. They took him out by then, but he got
Yeah.
shelled. Ken Waldichuk's available. He's eligible.
Yep.
But Bo Naylor, if he gets called up this year as well.
Was he always a Guardians prospect? Was he always in that system?
Yeah.
I swear he came from another team. Maybe
I think
not.
Josh might have come from somewhere else, not Bo.
Oh yeah, Josh Naylor.
But I also could have that switch, so I don't know.
Not a fan
But
of
so
him.
Gunnar Henderson has Masa Yoshida has the highest odds right now at plus 400. Then it's Henderson and Volpe both at plus 450. Grayrod at plus 1100 and Costas at plus 1500. I don't want to pick Yoshida. I'm going to pick Gunnar as my AL Rookie of the Year. I don't like that Masa is eligible because the guy's 29 and he's played pro
that's
baseball
kind
for
of
the past
weird.
10 years.
Think of a rookie, you think of someone who's 20 years old.
Yeah. And then the NL, you got Corbin Carroll, Jordan Walker,
Corbin Carroll, yeah.
Kodai Senga, James Outman, Garrett Mitchell, Spencer Steer, Joey Weimer, Miguel Vargas, Francisco Alvarez, Brett Beatty, Ezekiel Tovar, Bryce Turang. So many Brewers on this list.
Said Jordan Walker.
Ellie De La Cruz, yeah. Sal Frelick, another Brewer. There's 4 Brewers on here with pretty good odds. I want to go Jordan Walker, but I think Corbin Carroll having a little bit of time last year helps him out. And he's obviously off to a hot start this year.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most exciting players in baseball right now. I mean, he's faster than Trey Turner, I think, statistically.
I don't think we've talked about our Rookie of the Year predictions a few times now. I don't think we even
didn't
mentioned
talk about Corbin Carroll.
Yeah,
because I just assumed that he was eligible last year. I didn't remember when he got called up last year. But he's out and running, off to a hot start. He's a real good player. They just paid him handsomely too, as well, for the very short time that they've been able to see him.
They pulled a Braves front office.
Yeah, speaks very highly of what they think of him. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Corbin Carroll, and I'm gonna go with Gunnar Henderson as my picks.
Yeah. American League, I want to say Volpe as a Yankees fan, but he's really fast as well. There's a lot of these prospects are really fast on the bases, but Volpe, I think he's gonna need some time to adjust. I'm gonna go with Gunnar Henderson, who actually saw some time last year.
Yep.
Just another younger player, a lot of power, and so give me Gunnar in the AL. Corbin Carroll for the NL. Like I said, we didn't even talk about, but I think I'm gonna still go with Jordan Walker. I think he's just gonna have a crazy season.
He's off to a great start.
Yeah, he's gonna be that dude for the Cardinals. He's gonna be the face of that franchise down the line. And he's just always had great numbers as a prospect. So give me Jordan Walker. But they're we've mentioned a ton. I mean, Miguel Vargas. There's a lot of people that could be sneaky. So
this is kind of funny. So Corbin's played 10 games this year. He hasn't walked a single time, and he has 10 hits.
Base. Oh my god!
He has 5 steals.
Yeah.
Already, and he hasn't even walked to get on base. It's purely from hits, which is just crazy. His OBP is low. Once that OBP goes up. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's going to be a special player for sure. That's going to be tough in the NL.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really good NL. I think right now, if it ended today, right now, it would be James Outman, who's off to a crazy start. He's got 3 homers and 14 RBIs or something already. 2 triples and 3 something crazy. And then Garrett Mitchell as well, right up there with him too.
For the AL though,
AL's a lot. AL's pretty weak.
Yeah, I mean Yoshida, he's gonna be great.
It just feels cheap. It just feels cheap to pick Yoshida as my pick.
Well, that too, and the defense.
When you're picking a 29-year-old that's played pro baseball for the past 10 years. Yes, the MLB is different from Japan, but it's better than AAA. So
because his defense really isn't there. So I mean, we'll have to wait. What I'm curious, because Ohtani didn't win Rookie of the Year, did he? I don't think he did. Did he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because
I'm fairly certain he did at least.
I want to know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he didn't win it, then I want to know that year who won because kind of compare it to this Yoshida
Well, like
stuff.
Otani's still younger than Yoshida.
How old's Otani right now?
Otani was 23 when he debuted. He's
Okay, yeah, so
28 right now.
that's
Yoshida's
valid.
already 29.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. There's a lot of young talent this year. We'll have to see, but there you guys have it. Those are our rookie of the year predictions. We're gonna have to wait. Last year was
Long
J Rod
season.
and Michael Harris.
Yep.
Solid picks.
I think Michael Harris is hurt right now, isn't he? Has he been
I have
playing?
no clue. J Rod was ridiculous though
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, Michael Harris is injured at the current moment.
Yeah, now that you looking at all these teams now, it looks like each team has like this young prospect that potentially can be the face of their franchise, which is kind of cool to look at. Like
It
teams
is.
like the Marlins, you got the Twins. I mean, you're really only missing the A's, but the A's are always going to be.
But Asteria Ruiz is off to a good start for them, so that could be their guy.
Are the A's still moving? Weren't they going to move to Las Vegas?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. No
Because
idea.
they should. They 100% should. Because the Oakland Coliseum is dead.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like they don't. I don't think they want a bad team to come to
That too.
Las Vegas. Like, that's not going to generate anything. I feel like you got to make moves
So
first, and
different,
then
like-
be like, "Yeah, we're moving."
You just look at like A's games on TV, like where it says like those seats way up. Can you even sit in those seats way up top? Because they are always empty. Always empty.
they got tarps over them. That's for football. That was for the football games.
Okay.
They have all like the A's games. They would put like the retired numbers as they're just tarps over the seats.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
again
yeah.
is just so busted. Like, get a real banner or something.
Yeah, that team is. It's not good. It's not good.
No. Nope.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 22. Great to be back. Baseball's back. Always good. And yeah, be sure to check us out on every social media platform. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Ben, anything else to add on?
Rays are winning the World Series.
Rays are winning the World Series. They're 9-0 right now, right?
Yep, they play the Red Sox tonight, so 10-0.
Oh, okay. So they'll still be like a 10-0, 11-0. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Drew. This has been Ben, and see you guys next time. Peace out.